Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel Mo Digging. It's good to see you once again. Well, this week the weather was pretty nice and the ground was soft, so I went out to some old locations and dug all the low tones, mid tones, and high tones. Don't have a lot of history at these sites, but I did find some pretty interesting things that I would like to share with you, so let's get straight to metal detecting. Not really sure what I have here. This was a 77 signal up by the curb, and it's bigger than a zinc penny, so I don't really know. Either it's a token or maybe a foreign coin. Let's try and find out together. What the heck is this? I'm gonna guess token of some sort, but I don't know what that is. Give me a second, I'll clean it up and maybe we'll get an identification. Boy, that is one ugly token. I think that's supposed to be like Jupiter there on one side. I think it's a planet. And on the other side it just says no cash value. So really just an ugly, ugly token that I will probably just throw in my scrap zinc penny buckets at home. So still better than some of the other trash I've been digging up. We'll get back at it. Hey, check it out. I just got a really loud quarter signal here in the wood chips. And I've got a dollar coin. Who's it gonna be? Oh, I think it's Millard Fillmore, one of our least known and least popular presidents. That's still pretty cool though. I love finding me some dollar coins. That's awesome. They add up very quickly. They're better than some of the zinc pennies I've been digging out of the ground. Guys, I was going to do just a little check-in here of some of the stuff I have found this week. I have found a few keys. There's a little broken GM key, which is kind of cool. Somebody's vehicle key. Probably from the 80s, I would say. So it's got a little bit of age to it. I did find this little set of key and butterfly, which is kind of cool. It says home on it. Somebody's little house key that they lost. So another kind of interesting little find. I also found this. Take a look at that. That's an interesting key right there. I don't actually think that's very old. I think this is like a utility key, like a skeleton key for some sort of utility box or something like that, as what I think that is. I'm not 100%. If somebody can correct me, I'd love to know, but I think that's what that is. And then take a look at this. Man, I thought I had a banger ring just a little while ago in the wood chips. It's a pretty ring, but it's costume. There's no markings in it, unfortunately, but just kind of a pretty little lady's ring. So very good. Let's get back at it. Well, I can honestly say I've never found one of these before. I just got a really loud 82 signal, basically sitting in the grass. I have taken a look and seen what I've gotten here. It is a Big League Chew pin. That is interesting. Bubble gum. Curveball cotton candy. Huh. That's pretty cool. Like I said, pretty different find. Don't think I'll ever find another one of these, but certainly something that I will put in the display case this year. That's pretty different. This was a big loud 85 signal, so I thought I was going to be digging up a piece of pipe or something, or an aluminum can, but it's actually my first toy car of the week, and it is pretty destroyed, unfortunately. That's probably from like the 70s, I would think. Maybe. Not really sure, but it looks like an older one. So Hot Wheels, 1962, maybe? Mattel. Pretty cool, but in terrible condition. We'll put that in the bag. Guys, I'm not really sure about this find. I just got a 74 signal at about 3 inches down and popped my plug, and I may have a piece of silver sitting here, so let's take a look. Definitely a surprising find. I think it's a pin, maybe. Not sure what that design is supposed to be. What the heck? Oh, maybe it's a, what is it called? Seahorse. I kept wanting to say starfish. I think it might be a seahorse. Give me just a minute, I'll clean that up. That may actually be some silver. Well, when you've been detecting as long as I have, which is approaching 20 years now, surprisingly, it's always fun to find stuff that's different, stuff that you've never seen before, and this is definitely up there. It is marked 925 on the back. I'm trying to see what it says. I think it may say Mexico APS, something. But yeah, that is a cool find. A very unexpected piece of silver, and it was ringing up low on my machine, my Fisher Gold Bug Pro. 74 is usually a rotten zinc penny, but that is not the case with this find. So that is a cool item to pull out of the ground. We'll put it away. Well, I do believe I have a foreign coin sitting in the hole. This was a 6364 signal, so I thought I was going to be digging up a pull tab, but it certainly is not. It's actually something the size of a nickel. And like I said, it is a foreign coin. I rubbed it off a little bit, and there's the Queen Elizabeth II. But I'm not sure what coin this is. And it's got a fish on the back. 5 cents, 1986. Boy, I don't know. I'll have to clean that up. I don't know if I don't think it's Canadian or anything like that, but I really don't know. It's got to be some sort of like Caribbean island or something. Give me just a moment. I'll clean it up. Oh yeah, with a tropical fish like that on the back of this coin, I thought for sure this would be something from probably the Caribbean or out in the ocean. And I was right. It is a coin from Bermuda with the Queen on it. Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't know that I've ever found a coin from Bermuda. And if I have, it's been a long time. So pretty cool find. 1986, I think, is the year. So I don't find a lot of coins with fish on them, so I will happily take that. Hey, this was a Big Loud 84 signal, and it is something I've not found in a little while. It's a Cub Scout slide, and more specifically, it looks like it's for a Weeblo Scout. So, very good. I was in the Cub Scouts myself many years ago, so we'll put that in the bag. Oh my God, this is really kind of funny, because this happened to me earlier in the year when I was out metal detecting in the dark. I just got an 80 signal on my machine, and I popped this out, and it looks like it's another fake, like, pirate coin. Oh my gosh, what the heck? That is kind of strange. I've never found these before, but now I've got 2 of these this year. It's obviously zinc or some sort of base metal, not actually a coin from the early 1700s. I don't know, I don't even know what that's supposed to be, a cob or real or whatever. I'm not real familiar with some of the Spanish coinage from that period, but it's just a funny thing to find here in Missouri, so we'll put it away. I just popped out a piece of lead at about 4 or 5 inches down, and it's something that I haven't found in a while, which is kind of cool. It's a piece of lead type with the letter K on it. Gosh darn it, I think I nicked it there, but pretty cool. It's pretty heavy too. It's probably like half an ounce of lead, so not a bad find. Don't know how old it is, but certainly a piece of history that I will probably put in my display case for this year. Well, at about 6 or 7 inches down, I got an 80 signal, which is usually like an aluminum bottle cap, but I just popped out a button, and I'm not sure exactly what's on that. So if you'll give me a moment, I'll clean it up, and maybe we'll be able to figure out what that is, because it looks pretty interesting. So I'll be right back. Well, I don't really know what that is. That's certainly kind of an interesting button. Don't think it's terribly old. It's an ironback, so it's probably 60 or 70 years old if I had to take a guess. But it's probably just off of a code or something like that. Still kind of a neat looking button, but don't know that I'll get a positive identification on that. We'll put it in the bag though. Guys, I'm back at the house now, so let's go over all my finds for this week. And there is the board, but we're going to come over here first and just take a look at the trash. As always, when you go out and metal detect, please take as much garbage with you as you can. That includes the stuff that you dig up out of the ground, but also the stuff that you see sitting on top of the ground. So I managed to remove a couple pounds of garbage this week. That'll be properly disposed of. But we are going to go around the board a little bit. I did get a pretty healthy pile of pull tabs. I was looking for gold and some of the low-tone silver, which I did find, actually. I got a little bit of silver this week, but plenty of pull tabs. I got one vaping device, orange soda. Find those just about every week now. I got two of these like pressure gauge knobs. Not sure exactly what those are supposed to be. If they're off of a gas line or like a fire extinguisher. I guess that's what that is. They were sitting pretty close to each other. Little odds and ends, Pepsi cap right there, aluminum bottle cap. Weeblo's neckerchief slide, which is kind of cool. I found about $13.50 in change this week, which is not a ton of money, but I did dig up a lot of coins this week. There's all my pennies, dimes, nickels, and quarters. So I'm not actually going to buy anything this week. I'm going to use this towards something that I want to buy next week. So got a little bit of change. I got some keys this week, little house key, that utility key, another probably house key, car key, little key for probably a cabinet is what I would say that probably is. I got one toy car this week, which is pretty destroyed, unfortunately. Big piece of lead right there. I'll throw that in my scrap lead bucket. Got some copper and brass. Got quite a few little copper nails right there. This also will be cleaned up and go in my scrap bucket. I think that's everything around the border there. Got a little junky bracelet with some little charms on it. I got this pretty cool little piece of lead type with a K on it. Do like that item. Pretty cool. Here are my two, I don't even know what they are, doubloons that I found this year. This is the one that I found this week, and this is one that I found probably 2 months ago. You can see that it's literally the exact same type of coin. These are both reproductions, unfortunately, but I found both of these this year. Would love to find an original coin from the 1700s, but that's kind of hard to do here in Missouri. I got a dollar coin this week, Millard Fillmore, kind of cool. Was at it quickly. I got a really junky no cash value token. I got one wheat penny. This is actually sitting on top of the ground, 1944, so it is not very corroded. There's my Coinstar find of the week, Canadian $2 piece. Sorry, I'm a little shaky right now, but Canadian $2 piece with Queen Elizabeth II there on it. Got one piece of silver this week, and boy, is it a strange piece of silver. It's a little seahorse made in Mexico, marked sterling. The pin is actually still intact on the back of it, which is kind of cool. As I said before, it's always fun to find interesting pieces of silver that you've never found previously. Got a few rings. That's kind of a nice little costume jewelry ring. Some other little bits and bobs. Got a few buttons. Still don't know exactly what that's from, but probably a coat. There's another kind of coat button from probably the 50s or the 60s. Big League Chew pin right there. All sorts of just little stuff. I got myself a few foreign coins, 5-cent piece from Bermuda with, of course, the Queen on it again. And then I did also get a Canadian penny from 1999 right there. So not a terrible week. I really enjoyed getting outside and enjoying the nicer weather and the soft ground. Again, metal detecting is not about getting rich. It's about just going outside and enjoying your time and getting a little bit of exercise. And that's exactly what I did this week. As always, thank you guys so much for watching the channel. I certainly do appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Goodbye now.